Hi, welcome to a new unboxing and quick analysis of the last XK product. This is the WhirlWind X251. This is probably their cheapest quadcopter, a brushless quadcopter. So it's including more or less the same ingredient that the great X350, their real 3D quadcopter with inverted flight. So it's including so-called 3D and 6G, 6G for 6-axis stabilization. Okay, 3D is more or less designing the way to fly in macro mode. Okay, to make some pirouettes, flips, and so on. I'm not sure it's a real for designing some 3D capacity like the X350. So this model comes with some brushes more. That's pretty good, and it's pretty cheap. There are some other variant of this model you can find like mine in standard edition, okay, but come also with the classic 720p camera. You recognize the same camera chassis than the double-toed V686, okay. You can find it in the pure FPV combo, not yet available, okay. The first three come with the basic radio transmitter, and you have the same variant, okay, but with a larger radio like mine, okay, got the X67 radio transmitter, okay. So you can expect very soon some pure FPV version, but in my unboxing and quick analysis, I will show some good news for it. So let's open the box, okay, and let's see what you will find inside. Okay, so after the unboxing, what you will find, an instruction manual. Well, actually, since I got probably one of the first editions, I've got only the Chinese instruction manual, and you have to believe me, but my Chinese is zero, so I can understand nothing, okay, except the diagrams, but asked to receive the PDF file of the English version. Anyway, I understood more or less all the information. So what you will find also, here is the quadcopter. Wow, in the first glance, you can notice it's relatively small, okay, it's less than 250 millimeters, and it's light, okay, it's the first good news. Okay, I can say it's with the battery installed, it's just 210 grams, it's pretty light, that's good news, okay. So you have a basic quadcopter architectures, some boon, okay, okay, they are in plastic, imitating the carbon side, but everything is in plastics, okay. So be aware they are 9 millimeters of diameters, okay, for the main arms, and the landing gears are 7, okay. So a little bit smaller, but everything is in plastic from the canopy. The boon, this seems pretty solid. Okay, in the other hand, so you will find the batteries. Actually, it's a 2S LiPo, 950 mAh, rated 25C as discharge rate, and you can notice you don't have main lead power connector, okay, only the balance and plug. But I've got also good news for it. I will give a third battery compatible, okay, and you have to plug the quadcopter through this balancer plug here. No power switch installed. That's maybe the first drawback of this XK 251, which I assume to be the deluxe edition of the Double Toys brand. So no power switch, and on the bottom, okay, I hope you can see here, you will find a camera port here to welcome potentially your XK251 camera 720p or the FPV module. And here you have a hole there, and inside you will find, okay, I hope you can see a little bit gas, you will find a tiny switch button, okay, mini. You can hear the click. Okay, this is a bind button. So if you want to make the binding with another transmitter, the protocol, okay, is the Futaba one, the SFHSS. Okay, so the relative good news that recently this protocol have been deviated thanks to the great job of Victor. So it means that you will be able to fly this quadcopter with your favorite Deviation TX compatible radio, and as soon as you will install the CC2500 RF chip. That's a pretty good news. Okay, so as I said, everything is in the plastic, no carbon here. Okay, this is a protecting foam gum. Okay, and the ground clearance from the bottom part of the battery up to the end of the landing gear is very small. You have something like 3 centimeters maximum. Okay, so you can guess here. Okay, the 2 holes to welcome your camera module of the FPV module. Okay, and I can guess your immediate question is the double-toed V6 X6 FPV combo can be installed, and the answer then yes. I will demonstrate that. Here is the camera combo, so you can install it. I checked the voltage and it's compatible, it's working, so you can directly plug and fly it in FPV thanks to your favorite 686 FPV combo. Okay, mine got a wider lens, but it's the same. And as I said, the ground clearance is just large enough. So first good news, you can install very easily your former FPV module. Okay, this one, or even better, if you have the last Yeezan X6 FPV module. Okay, not the Sigma X5, but the last Tarantula, and you can also install it, and it's working. Okay, so 2 possibilities to install very cheap FPV module. That's great, and it's working. It's you can start or turn on the recording through the remote control. Okay, so this is the quadcopter. What also you will find? You will find, well, a power unit delivering, if I'm not wrong, 10 volts up to 0.5 ampere, and this is the charger associated. So as I said, you need to charge your LiPo through the 2S balancer plug. It takes approximately 2 hours to charge. Okay, as soon as the red line will turn off its charge. Okay, so basic charger. I strongly advise to use another one, but since there is no mainly cable connector with the original batteries, you have to be aware. So here is the radio. This is the X7 model, the larger one. It comes also with the X4, a smaller one, more compact. But this one is programmable, so you can set some different parameters. You have a lot of switch. Okay, and I will start with the right side. On the top one, you have the hold throttle. It means that as soon as you will turn this switch on, pressing to your direction, it will cut immediately any action of this throttle. It's a safety switch, so it's very important to have the reflex to use it as soon as you will land or crash it. Press this altitude throttle cut and it will be okay. This button is the dual rate, so in up position it's a beginner rate, and down more aggressive rates in pitch, okay, and rolls. That's pretty good. And well, let's now speak about the left switch. Here you have the 3D 6G module. So as I said, you have the 6G stabilization using the accelerometer and the gyroscope, okay, in this position. But as soon as you will press it, you will enter in a more acro mode, okay, without really the stabilization given by the gyros, and it means that you will be able to make more acrobatic flight thanks to some flips, okay, manual flips as you want, okay, and it's pretty good. and you have to know that it can be associated with this switch, okay, will more or less cut the gyro action, okay. So if you only play with this switch, okay, turn down like this, you will cut the gyros, but the rate won't be strong enough to allow flips. But if you also press this one, the rate will be increased, and then you will be able to make some flips, some manual or some pirouettes, and so on, some fly more acrobatically. The novelty here is this a new button added compared to the X251 radio. This is a toggle button, okay, and it's used to turn on or off the video recording, okay. That's pretty good. So this is a novelty here, and the rest, okay, is exactly the same radios and the X250, X280, and some radio helicopter key 110, for example, 120, for example. You will need 6 AA batteries, lots, okay. You have a trainer port background, okay, on the rear part, that's good. And as I said, the good news now, you can fly your quadcopter thanks to your DevOps controller. Okay, so the last item you can find in the box are some 4 spare props, okay. They are 5-inch model, but the hub is a little bit smaller than the classic 5-inch props. They are 5 millimeters and the larger section of the hub, and 4 millimeters and the inner smaller one, okay. So they are not very classic, so probably to sell more some their own spare parts, they designed this on props. And you will find also, I don't know where they are, you will find this bag with a screwdriver and an Allen key. Okay, let's start with some measurement. For example, I will measure the bone diameter, so I'll take my caliper. Okay, let's start. So the main bone is, as I said, something around 9 millimeters of diameters. The landing gears around 7, okay. This one 7 too. So everything is in plastic, imitating the carbon style. Okay, it's not 3K unfortunately, but seems to be robust. So I will remove the props lock. What I like also with this model, when you have a clockwise motors, you have a small white point on the top of the shaft, okay, like this. And for counterclockwise, you don't have it; it's directly black. So if you need to replace your motors, you will know, you will be able to recognize clockwise versus counterclockwise motors. So the shaft, as I said, is pretty small, and you have this kind of double hub section, okay. So with one inner smaller diameters around, okay, this is a larger 5 meters, and this is the smallest around 4 millimeters, okay. The main screw is also M4, okay, so this is a very small one, and as you can see, the hub section of the props is pretty small. It's 5 millimeters, that's 5 millimeters props, okay, and you will see that it will be possible to probably, after a hub adaptation, to install some 6-inch props. It should not touch the canopy, okay, on the front and the rear. It should be okay to install. As you can see, no direct contact with the canopy. So if ESC are strong, you'll be able maybe to install some 6-inch props. That's a pretty good news. The props, it's a little bit fragile, not very solid in my point of view, so it should be easy to break. So I strongly advise to stock some spare of this model, okay. Now I can give you the weight of this quadcopter. Okay, let's turn on this my scale and use this box star. Okay, and as you can see, oops, yes. So Okay, it should be better. As you can see now, the total weight of this quadcopter is 214.2 grams, so less than 215 grams. It's pretty light. So, for example, if you had your V686 FPV combo, you won't exceed 226 grams. It's pretty good because you will be, for the American market, you will be the under 250 grams. So you can fly it legally in US, for example, without any problem in FPV. That's a really a good news. Now I will give the weight, for example, of this actual LiPo batteries, so which is I remind 950 mAh rated 25C, and wow, okay, it's 43.6 grams, and I found that the Untitled Nanotech, the 0.95, are directly compatible in size, okay, and in length they are exactly the same capacity as well as the discharge rate, and you can install it directly, very easily, no problem to feed into your battery bay. That's pretty good news. And this model got a GST connector, so you will be able to use a normal charger. Okay, so it's the first direct battery replacement you can find in the market. The Untitled Nanotech 0.95, okay, less than 1000 mAh with GST connectors. That's a very good point. Okay, let's speak now about the flight mode. So as soon as you will start your quadcopter, you will have this mixed green and red light, okay, and as soon as you will turn your radio, you will find some green LEDs, okay, on front and red on rear, very visible in the lights. That's pretty good, okay. And as soon as you will turn on some potential switch here, you will engage, as I said, the 6-axis stabilization or not. That's pretty good, okay. And this one is the 3D mode. So be aware, always check if your throttle is on off. Be aware, when is armed, your throttle action is directly available, no minimal idle function. So in terms of safety, it's not really the best scenario in my point of view. Anyway, as you can see, as soon as you will press the throttle hold, it will cut the motors. That's also pretty good. You have the different mode, okay, available. It's classic for the X7. You can set the curve via 5 points. Sorry, if you may want to make more aggressive flight, you can tune a lot of parameters. Okay, you have to enter into mode. Okay, and you can select the reverse, the dual rate, the expo, the throttle curve, okay, this another curve also, and the gyros, okay, in terms of the level of mixture between the gyros or not. That's a pretty good news, and you can exit by pressing back. You have all the different values available. The LCD is pretty large and visible. That's a pretty good radio. The control range is also great. I expect at least 300 meters out of the box. Okay, so I installed the V686 FPV module attached directly with the 4-pin 1.25 mini GST connector out of the box. So as soon as I will power the quadcopter, you will see the image display in the default default E4 Boscam band. This is 5645 MHz, so it's working perfectly. So it means that the connection is good. Okay, the light sensitivity of this FPV module is not amazing good, and as I said, as soon as I will press this red button, you can see that the recording is turned on, no problem. So it's pretty good news. It means that your all existing double toys, the XK FPV module are working with this model, and you can enjoy FPV flight. Of course, I will make some tests with this model installed. Okay, so I will conclude about this model, the WhirlWind X251. Well, out of the box, without flying it, I see a lot of positive points. Really, I like the fact that it's pretty light. It's just a little bit more than 200 grams. It's using the excellent Futaba protocol. Okay, so expect a great range via the X7 or X4 radio. It's compatible with most of existing FPV module. Okay, so if you already a double toys module or the Xan X6 FPV kit, you can directly install it. It's working. In terms of battery, you can install any Turnigy Nanotech 095 batteries. They are feeding the battery bay directly. Everything is in plastic, but it sounds pretty solid. What I like also is you have an acro mode. Okay, it's pretty good to fly in more sportive way, and a lot of quality, a lot of positive point. Maybe one negative is the absence of power switch, but really from the specification and after the unboxing, I really like this quadcopter. Okay, maybe another bad point is the presence of proprietary props. Okay, it's not really a common one, but I think through some hub adapter, I'm sure you can install some real one, some more conventional one. So please check my orders videos. Okay, I will fly it in a lot of sites, and of course in FPV thanks to this module. Okay, and you will see this is probably a very JJC X1 competitor, a very challenging one. So you can expect to have this model for $120, something like this. And if you buy this Tarantula X6 camera module only, it's $20. So you have a full FPV machine for $140, $150. It's pretty amazing cheap, okay, and it's under 250 grams limitation for the US market. So a lot of positive points. Really, I am impressed by this model. I hope in terms of flying characteristics, it will be the same. I will be also enthusiastic like this. Okay, so please check my videos. Bye bye.